Hey guys, it's Brooke from the Vintage Gardener. Welcome back to my channel. So I just realized, I filmed a video showing you my winter sowing results, and when I went to edit it, it had like this buzzing, so you couldn't hear anything. So I'm gonna reshoot it again, and hopefully this time the sound will be good, so you guys can actually hear, because that was very unfortunate. Now I've already started planting some things, but it's not so much that you can't see. Like, I mean, I can still take you around and show you what I've got going on, because winter sowing worked out very well this year. So let me go outside. Okay guys, so I just realized that today is April 30th, so I'm going to combine the winter sowing results with a garden tour. So this is the garden as it is now. As you can see, I pulled back the plastic, and actually let me show you the dirt. I know on a certain gardening group whose name I won't mention because they're not really worth mentioning, there was some criticism, heavy criticism by a couple people who did not believe that, I guess this process would work, which is called solarization, especially because I did a winter solarization. As you can see, the black plastic smothered the grass, and the grass has already decomposed. Now, it's dead. Obviously I'm gonna plant because I know that weeds are gonna come back up, but as you can see, it worked extraordinarily well. So in this bed, we have poppies. Ooh, that one right there is getting really big. These are part of the winter sowing. They did very, very well. Bumper Stu, can you please not stand there right now? Okay, no. Get out of my flower bed. Move. Thank you. Okay, so right here we have a Maroon Hollyhock. And right here we have a, what's it called? It's a Moulin Rouge sunflower. So with the Moulin Rouge, I got 4 out of that pack. It's kind of weird. The red one, in terms of winter sowing, did not seem to do as well. The yellow sunflowers you're going to see, I mean, it was like gangbusters. The hollyhock, I got 10 of them out of there, and I think I had 20 seeds, so I guess that's okay. I've had better luck with some of the other hollyhocks, so I don't know if it was just this particular type. But, yeah, but at the end of the day, I have 10. That's pretty much what I needed for this section, so I'm happy with that. And this is the flower bed. Oh yeah, I guess this is the flower bed. So those are the boxwood that I planted last year. Now that one right there is this kind of like the size that they were when I put them in. And so as you can see from the one next to it, they did actually grow a lot. Now that one right there has kind of stayed the same size, but the rest of them are kind of big. So now, let's see, these things right here are hydrangeas. They are limettas, and so they're leafing out. These grass-like things, these are the crystal halo irises I got at the end of the season from PHS Meadowsbrook Farm. So I'm happy that they came back. I think there's some more down here, but I divided them. I don't know if maybe I damaged some of them, or they just may be a little bit slower to come out. Let's go back here. These are foxglove. I think it's I can't remember which one, but I think it's more of a rust color. Now this right here is a peony. I'm not sure which one this is and which one that is. I think this one, and I'll see once it actually starts blooming, I think that this one is like the Carl Rosenfeld. I think this little one is the Shirley Temple that I got as a root from Lowe's. Now this is sometimes a disadvantage of some of the ones from Lowe's. Those roots were so tiny and had very few eyes, and so this is definitely not going to bloom this year. Now, if I'm correct, this one right here is Summer Carnival. I got this one from Peonies Envy. Now, usually, I planted it. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back, guys. I think this one may be Carl Rosenfeld. And that one may be the one from Peonies Envy. Well, like I said, I will figure out which one it is. Either way, even if, depending upon which it is, it doesn't really matter at this point, but usually with Peonies Envy, when I get their roots, it takes a couple years to bud. But as you can see, this big one right here has buds on it right there. And this one right here I could have sworn I saw some buds on this one. Oh, there we go. I see a couple, like, buds right there. So, we'll see. Usually with peonies, it can take them a couple of years to get their true form, but we'll see how this one does. Okay, so this right here is a common stock, which apparently is a biennial, which is why it didn't die back. Here's another one. I have to say, it's looking so ugly right now because the base of it was covered by leaves, and it kind of, that's why it looks like that. The top of this is blooming, and as you can see, it's sending up more fronds. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I didn't even know it does that. This right here is my Royal Star Magnolia. It bloomed beautifully. Now let's go up a little further. You know what? I actually saw some green over here. You know what, guys? I think that right there, I think that's a dahlia that's coming back. Okay, so these are my roses. Jubilee Celebration. I gotta fertilize these bad boys. And right here, more peonies. That's crinkle white. This is Caroline Constable Intersectional Peony and another crinkle white. In here, those were my tulips. I'm gonna cut the center stalks off, and I'm gonna plant some lavender, probably Spanish ruffles, because those are ready now. And as you can see, my chrysanthemums from last year came back, so I didn't have the heart to pull them. So let's go over here. Oh, you know what? These are some of the snapdragons I planted last year, which are doing well. This is another stock. So, yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. Down here, I mean, it's the same thing. I mirrored it on the side. The stuff on this side is bigger. I'm still trying to figure out what that's about. But as you can see, these peonies have huge buds on them, with ants, of course. And they're going to start opening. Oh, bumper snoot. Oh, the dog touched my foot with his nose. I thought it was a snake. I was about to start screaming. So see that grassy thing? That is one of the irises. That's why I know I took them down farther. So the other ones may just be delayed in coming out. As you can see, those tiny little thick grass blades back there, those are gladiolas. In case you guys are wondering, I do not lift my gladiolas. I know they're only supposed to be winter hardy through Zone 8. I've never lifted my gladiolas, and they come back. And quite frankly, they get much taller. So I can't wait to see how these are going to look. Couple of the dahlias are coming back. I think the ones I had planted up here, like right there and right there, I think that is Kogain Fubuki. Once again, I forgot to lift those, so I'm impressed that they're coming back. And so I see this one right here has got some really huge buds. I cannot wait till that opens so I can see what it actually is. I'm really excited because look at these buds. They're huge. There's some weeds in here. I got to do some weeding in here. That's the other peony. And you know what? I think there's another dahlia that's coming back. And I think that's just a weed right there. But, I got some work to do in here. Okay, Bumpy, let's come out of here. Okay, so we're going to go around here. So these are my pink peonies that have already bloomed. It's really windy today. That's what they got knocked over. And so let me show you what I refer to as the peony crush. I took the lids off because I wasn't sure if moisture was getting in there. So, tree peonies and that sort of thing can take a while to sprout. So, as you can see, Bumper Snoot, can you please get your nose out of there? Thank you. Okay, so here's a tree peony right here. It's a Gantu tree peony. I need to rebury this because, as you can see, it's like I don't know how it came up. This is another tree peony. And this right here is a Sarah Bernhardt peony. And I could have sworn there was, oh, here we go. There's one more right here. This is also a Gansu tree peony. So they're coming well. I see a lot of seeds, like this one is starting to rise to the top. So I'm just going to rebury them, but I think it may take another year for some of these to sprout. So I'm going to take off the lids because I think it's certainly, it is doing the greenhouse effect, but it's not like the solo cups. So right here, these are this is supposed to be my Tyrium hedge. Not doing that great. I have a few sprouts. I know that I found out that it has a really bad germination rate. It's like 25%. So I do have some right here in these cups that seem to be, oh, actually that one seems to have died. But some of these, like, this one right here has got like a second set of leaves on it. So I'm going to order some because this is not going to plan. I do have some seeds left, and I'm going to try. Somebody had this one video showing how you can sprout seeds in your instant pot, so I'm going to try it and see what happens. Okay, so these are some of the peonies I got. This is Riches in Fame. This one is Henry Boxstyle, which has got a nice big bud. This one right here is Riches in Fame, which has got a nice big fat bud. This is the Desdemona Rose, which I see some buds on it. I got to fertilize that. And these right here, like some of these are calendula. There's a sweet pea right there. There's a regular pea. I see some yellow mellow echinacea. And I see, there's a lot that did sprout. So, the things that I had difficulty. So the thing that I had difficulty sprouting was the Chabot Benigna carnation that I got from Floret. It just did not have good germination rates at all. I am not really sure what was going on with it, but I did get a few of them, but it wasn't as good as, for example, the other carnations that I sprouted. How I winter sowed sunflower because, flowers are one of those things, it's a summer plant. While they sprouted while they were under snow and ice. So I can't begin to explain that, but it just did. So these right here are American Legion poppies that are now coming up. I planted those late. There's more sweet pea. The darker pink, that is called Mountain Garland Clarkia. In the red cups, those are poppies that I got to plant. I'm going to show you how to do that. I do that because I do separate those out. So this section right here, I'm not really sure what's going on. Some things sprouted, some things didn't. Some of the poppies back here were really slow to sprout. And other things like, the lilac pom-pom poppies, I didn't get a single sprout on any of those, so I don't know what happened with that. Some of these sweet peas down here are starting to sprout. So that's the thing. You really do have to just wait it out sometimes because it's hard to tell when it's going to sprout. Some things, our temperatures aren't consistent in New Jersey. And so I think that may be why some things just haven't come up, because it just needs consistently warm weather, which we have not been having. Let's go down here. So some of the things I started later, like for example, these are Beaujolais Bonnet Scabiosa, which is now sprouting. And then this right here is a foxglove. I think that's going to take a little bit longer to sprout. And let's see, I know you guys are probably thinking, did you put dates on anything? I didn't, because with winter sowing, I don't know that dates mean a whole lot, because basically it's got to wait for the weather to turn. And so I'm just trying to be patient, and because sometimes I was getting ready to throw things out, and then the next day I started seeing sprouts, and sometimes it just takes a lot longer. So I had a lot of verbascum that has sprouted, like right there. I started some peach sunset, scented peach, I think it's called scented peach sunset 4 o'clocks that are sprouting. These are, I think, early bird nasturtiums. They're doing well. More sunflowers. This right here is, I don't even know. Oh, this is Yarrow, which I just saw the first sprout. It's red Yarrow. That seems to take a little bit to start sprouting. Those are the blue cups. Those are larkspur. And I've never grown those before, but man, look at them. They did so well. So well. I'm so impressed with that. And then Bells of Ireland. Last year, I had like no success with Bells of Ireland. Somebody said they had much better results winter sowing, and they were right because I have a lot of Bells of Ireland. And let's see, I did a lot of carnations, like white carnations and pink carnations. They're doing well. I got to start popping these tops off because they're getting kind of big. Let me see if I can do this without stepping on anything. Like, look at this. Look at these carnations. They are beautiful. So I can separate all those out. So I got a lot of those. I've got pink and purple Contessa, which are starting to get big. I see some sweet pea back there that are starting. I see more shades of summer verbascum, which are great. They're coming up. More larkspur over here. This green section right there, that's the Bells of Ireland. And I got some white sunflower. And let's see. There's more calendula. Those did well. The Lisianthus. Oops, I think some of these Lisianthus may have died in the heat because it got, like, that's the thing about New Jersey is that we get these bursts of heat and sometimes things can't. Oh, I have the one that's still alive. So I've got one container. I'm hoping that I'm going to take the lid off of that so it doesn't burn up, because I think that's what happened to the other ones because they're so tiny. And oh, I have some salmon cream sweet pea. That's great because I'm going to start the orange section next, and I have trellises for those. And yeah, so all of these have got to get into the ground. I have some Yeti nasturtium that are going to be going in on the front porch. I have a few more because I really should have soaked those before I planted, and I forgot because I think it's easier for them to germinate. So those are peach passion sunflowers over there. So let's go back over here because I wanted to show you. I had some. Okay, this is called blue flax down here. This is blue flax. It's doing wonderful. When I plant that, I'm gonna have to separate it out. But they are, as you can see, they're growing like crazy. Then I had some delphinium, which I gotta be honest with you, I've never. Pretty right now, but I think once they recover a bit and I get them in the ground, they'll do fine. These are my vegetable beds that obviously I need to weed, that I have not had time. There's my garlic. I need to weed all this out. Let me see. Bumper Snoot, come over here. Yeah, some things. I see some tiny poppies down there and that sort of thing. So what would I say? I mean, the fact that I overseeded really helps because I did get a lot. I really did get a lot. And I should have enough. I'll definitely have enough to fill out the garden pretty well. Lavender, did get a couple of lavender that it didn't turn out as well as I hoped, but you know what? I have more seeds. I'm going to try the whole Instapot thing and see if that worked. The things that are usually wildflowers, like for example, this pink and purple Catessa, they are total champs right here. Okay, Bumper Snoot, you're on your leash. Come here. Okay, I'm trying to, hold on for a second, guys. Bumper Snoot, thank you. But that right there is the green twister coneflower. And this is the other side of where the, bells of Ireland, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about that. I can split those up. Actually, I have some green wildflowers and I need to plant. There's more bells of Ireland over here. So, and like I said, that's the larkspur. So now that we've done that, let's go to the other side of the house. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me show you some of the other plants. Bumper Snoot, you're standing on your leash. Again, move your paw. Move your paw. Thank you. Okay. So this is called Daphne. I saw this on Penrose Cottage. It's going to go into some of the containers I have to replace the trash cans with a nice, pretty barrier. This is my giant pile of mulch. Okay, so here are the other peonies that I had. Some of them do have buds on them. The green halo ones, I don't think I'm going to get any buds on because those roots were a little bit smaller. The other ones, I thought I saw some buds over here. And those are my lilacs that I'm going to espalier. This is a mixture of the chrysanthemums that I ordered from Bluestone, plus Cola Artemisia, and then I have some lavender. This over here is my Winter Joy camellias that I'm going to plant. I'm going to espalier these as well. That's sweet potato. These are some heuchera or coral bells. And these are the rosy wings bearded irises that I purchased in that auction. Come on, Bumper Snoot. You're on your leash again. You're wait. Stop. Hey, stop. Thank you. Okay. These are more Daphne. Flags Garden Center got the Boscobel David Austin roses, so I got a couple of those. I've already showed you guys that. That rose back there is Tessa of the D'Urberville. I inadvertently broke part of it off when I put on the the burlap, but it's fine. It'll rebound. Be like and that's Jubilee Celebration. The other Jubilee Celebration. I gotta take the snowman off my porch. Okay, let's walk around here. Hopefully I won't see any snakes. Okay. This is going to be the future potager garden. So as you can see, it's been a windy day, so my poor citrus trees keep getting knocked over. Ouch. This is the lime. That one is a lemon. That one in that other pot is grapefruit. That one right there is a kumquat, and this one is a calamidin orange. This, I don't even know why I bother standing it up. It's going to get pushed down again. Actually, I'm going to close the greenhouse in a minute because I don't want it to get ripped out. These are more nasturtium. They're whirlybird. This one right here is called Antwerp Hollyhock. These, of course, are more sunflowers, which are doing amazing. And then I put all the stuff back in here because we had frost, but I'm going to take it out. So this is the Mountain Garland Clarkia. These right here are all of my Dahlias, which are sprouting. That's banana hollyhock. I have this one called Rugose, and none of them seem to have sprouted. So I don't know what that's all about. The green cups back there, that's green wizard rudbeckia, which is doing well. And then under here, there's a lot. There's just a lot. There's like bluebonnets, rose nigella. I think I see some more banana hollyhock. These white cups, I'm not sure. I think some of them are Shasta daisies and some of them are foxglove, which is right there. I have some snapdragons. I think some of these things, what I was saying before I hit the button was I think a lot of these things just need heat because these things have been getting a lot of heat in here, and as you can see, they're like much bigger. So up here are Antwerp Hollyhock. You can see they're doing really well. This right here is a bluebonnet or a sundial lupine. I have some, I'm going to see if I can, Bumpersnoot is fighting me right now. Stop it, Bumpersnoot. I've got a combination of snapdragons and asters in there. They're getting big. I'll be able to plant those out in a little bit. The hollyhock down here are getting big, and I think some of the yellow foxglove are finally starting to sprout. So this weekend I'm gonna move these here out there, and as I do have other hot weather stuff I need to start. So yeah, I have a lot to plant. Everything's turning out pretty well. These are my blueberries. And oh, these are my pawpaw trees. I need to actually get pots for those and put them in. So I have a lot of stuff, and like I said, there is more stuff coming, and now hopefully the weather will be warming up, and so I should be getting more. Some of the things, like I said, I've got other seeds, like for example the pink malva, the French hollyhock. Some of those didn't sprout, and so I'm thinking I'm going to try the whole some of the things I'm going to be trying with the whole Instapot germination trick, and we'll see if that gets me bigger results, because I do have time to restart those. But other than that, I'm gonna say I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with everything. So, guys, that's it for the tour. I'm going to close the greenhouse because, as you can see, the wind, it's getting ready to turn it into a sail. The plants have water in the tray, so even if it gets warm in here, they can whip the water up and they should be okay. So thank you guys so much for joining me on my tour today, and I will see you guys in the next video.